Hello guys, Alex Fedotoff here, and today this is my favorite type of conversation. This is one of our clients in a eCommerce Scaling Secrets program, Nick Ditterman. So Nick is an amazing guy. So he used to do like drop shipping on Facebook and all sorts of things, but basically he transitioned into running his own brand, custom products, handmade products with exceptional margins. And so he's done, best months was $130,000 with 45% profit margins, which is exceptional profit margins. So yeah, man, I'm very happy to have you.
Yeah, no, definitely. Absolutely.
Cool, man. So tell me about your background. Like how do you start with e-commerce, with dropshipping? Like
For sure. Yeah. So we started about maybe 3.5 years ago. So we were, I had no knowledge. I didn't have anyone really, any friends. Right now I'm 22. So I started
like 18.
Yeah. Actually, it was a little bit younger.
Like, man, I'm a like fucking dinosaur. I'm 30.
Yeah, right. But yeah. And like, I mean, I had no friends doing it, nothing like that. Like it was just, so I was selling like handmade bracelets. So I would like, punch a hole out of a quarter and tie a string around it. And like, they would have like the state on it. So it was just super easy stuff. And, it was a weird scenario on how I started to learn Facebook ads. I would just boost posts. So I would just boost posts and, I would, it was just the worst strategy. I would put an ad up at like, $200. And if it didn't get a sale for like $5 deposit, then put it back up in like a couple hours, then pause it, and then put it back up, pause it. And I would just like all day, every single day, I would just be doing that. And if I got a sale, I'd let it run until my break-even point, pause it again, put it back up after an hour. Like it was so crazy. And then, I kind of started to learn more about it, started looking more into it. I mean, my very first year, I did about $200,000 with just those handmade bracelets.
Wow. You made some profit on it?
Yeah, I would say it was about maybe 50, 60 profit on that.
That's fine. Still, like you were like what, 18 years old at that time?
Yeah. So it was pretty good. And that was just
that's what people make after fucking 5 years in
I know, yeah.
Education.
It was cool, yeah. And then I came across dropshipping. So that was all handmade stuff. And I was so limited to how much I could sell because like, it was just me, my brother, my mom that were making these bracelets and shipping it out. And it was like, just a lot of work. And then came across the dropshipping business model and started doing that. And I was like, damn, like this is easy. This is super easy. And I definitely had a couple winning products and started ramping those up. And, it would die after like 3-4 months. I liked it. I liked the money. I like it was just fast money, but I did not like the longevity of it. It was very hard to stay consistent with it. And, I didn't like always trying to find new products, always testing new products. Like that just wasn't really for me. And then I started to try to find another brand, product that I can make or buy in bulk or whatever. I didn't really know. So yeah, then I kind of came across the products that we're selling now. And it's just been a journey.
So when did you start with this business?
So we started beginning of last year. So last January, but it was all a totally different process. So the material of the product was different. The process was different. Like we had a whole bunch of people like in the business and it just was not a good business model. It wasn't a good process. Wasn't a good, like nothing was good about it. Like it absolutely was not scalable. So me and my brothers kind of left everything. And that's when we invested and got a whole bunch of new equipment and new machinery and just it's an entirely different process. So that was all May of last year.
May last year. So what type of so just give people some, you didn't have to go like, cause it's easier with products, but
right.
Like, what type of business you guys run?
What do you mean?
So like in terms of kind of like what type of products?
So it's all like handmade steel signs. So like steel monograms and like wall decor, like metal signs, stuff like that. It's kind of, it's different. Like it's not, it's not really out there too much, but it's cool. Cause like, every single product starts off just from a sheet of steel. And then we design everything. Like you can design any single design and target any single niche, it's cool. Like it's a completely blue ocean strategy just because you can, again, you can make absolutely anything from a sheet of steel. And it's all cut from like super high powered fiber lasers and then, powder coated so it can go outside, inside and last forever.
Do you code like all of that stuff? Like what specifically do you do? Like like in terms of manufacturing and creation of that?
Yeah,
stuff?
I mean, we like I had to figure out the entire process by myself because if we had no one, yeah, dude, that was the hardest part about this whole thing because we invested like about $150,000 in everything, maybe a little bit more, and
so 150 G's in equipment, right?
Yeah, and equipment,
like,
and then
you guys had some balls like to invest that.
Yeah, it was scary.
Like, but like dropshipping is like you sell like it's like $300 like
exactly. Like we're in a 5,000 square foot warehouse office right now, so it's like massive overhead right from the start, and it's like goddamn. It's like I didn't even know the process. I had to figure out the entire process by myself with my brother, and it was tough, dude. It was definitely tough. But
this is awesome.
Yeah,
but we talked just about that, like, so in terms of so you started that, like, did it get like momentum like right from the beginning or no?
No, not at all. Nope. It was tough. And then, like I said, we were doing wood before and we were doing pretty good with wood. Like the margins were even better than what they are now, just because that was super, super cheap. But so we were doing okay with that. We were profiting a little bit per month. And then, we just thought as soon as we make the jump to steel, it's going to be a breeze. Like our margins are going to skyrocket. We're going to, sales are going to skyrocket. And it was just complete opposite. Like we didn't have the process down. Like we couldn't handle more than 10 orders a day. The process was just absolutely ridiculous. It was so difficult. That was an issue. Like it took about 2 months.
10 orders a day.
Yeah. Like it just from like the powder coating process, the grinding the metal and, baking the powder coat and all that kind of stuff. Like our process just was not good. And it took about 2 months to kind of streamline that. And I mean, now we can handle about 400 or 500 pieces per day now.
400. Okay, so you can handle 400. How much do you sell it? Like, so people get familiar like with this type of. What's the name of your of that big company in your market? Like your competitor?
Redline Steel.
Redline Steel. Those guys are massive. How much? They're like $50 million a year.
Yeah, about that. I would say I would guess about 3 to 5 million a month is what I would guess. So, but yeah, I mean, they're 100,000 square foot warehouse, like 9 lasers, automatic powder coating. Like it's very impressive what they've done.
So the question is like, so you're in that market there in that, like, so you said that the market is like, there's more opportunity in that particular market.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like I said, like you can make any design and that's the biggest thing. Like people buy into the design. It's not really like it's kind of confusing, but it's just, I don't see an end to this. I really don't see like any end. I mean, it's wall decor. People, they're always decorating their homes and stuff like that. Like it's and it all comes down to the design.
And you've said that like, so your best month was like approximately Q4, but then like just recently you launched the product, right? And it just like,
I mean,
considering it's not like Q4, but like just
this is better than Q4. Like our margins, our profit it's better than Q4 right now. And we're in March. So, and that was just from what Luca was saying. Like he looked at our ads, he looked at kind of what we were doing. And the biggest thing that he said was like, it's kind of confusing, but it was like if the product's not every single product's going to work. Like we were trying way too long per product to get it to sell. So, we were testing a product, a design for 2 to 3 weeks and it just was not working. We just kept trying different angles. And he was like, dude, like if it's not selling, don't keep selling it. If it's not making money, just cut it. And we just kept letting it run and that was killing us. So then we started testing new products. Yeah.
I think this just what happened. Like, cause you said, like spend like $6,000 on ads to generate almost 50, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I think there's big lesson in that is that,
absolutely.
It's like you can like drop
it was immediate. Like the day before we spent about 500, brought back 200.
Holy shit.
Like the day before. And then the day before that call, and then Luke was just like, you just got to test new products. That's all it is. It's just the product. And then the very next day we spent about 580 and did 4,500. It was crazy. And then it's been consistent ever since. Like it was, yeah.
Just for you guys, like who you guys watch, Luca is one of our one of our coaches in the e-commerce scaling secrets program. So you guys have some
Oh
content.
yeah.
Wow, man, this is impressive. So you said currently with current capacity, you can do like 400, 500 orders per day.
Right now, yeah. And we have a new laser coming, should be next month, and that we should be able to double. Yeah.
I used to work on the factory with
Mhm.
like CNC machines. Is that what you
Yeah.
have? CNC?
It's not CNC, it's fiber laser. So you can use a CNC, but fiber lasers just get a very like intricate cut. So we can do pretty like, very intricate designs and just make it look super cool. It's fast. Like fiber lasers are very, very quick. It's just, very powerful. Cuts the steel pretty quick.
And do you do like customize? So for like, let's say someone wants their name.
Yeah. So yep. If they want their last name on a sign, like that, we just have, you can put their last name on the website, and we have a whole design team that they design every single order per day, gets sent over to the laser, and that gets cut out.
Do you know what Eric does? Like the Shine On? I'll connect you with him. Like that guy's like similar space that you. They just do stuff with jewelry. Also live close to Orlando.
Oh, and, very cool.
They're doing like massive numbers. They have like I don't know, hundreds of people like working like in the work. Like they have massive facility. I connect you guys. Maybe you go somewhere together.
That'd be very cool. Yeah.
I'll shoot you after our call.
For sure.
Wow. 400, 500. How many people are needed to serve that type of like production?
We have five employees now.
Full time.
Yeah, full time. So just Monday through Friday, and then me and my brother are here 7 days a week, just pretty much all day. So I mean, it's a lot. Like it's definitely quite a bit, but it's not like we already figured out how to run everything and manage everything and produce it all. So it's pretty easy to pick up once you know it. But to start completely from scratch and not know anything, like that's super difficult.
I can imagine the like learning process. Like, wow.
I don't know if I would do it again. I don't think I could do it again. Like it was the most draining thing I've ever had to go through. It was super tough.
Jeez, guys, imagine like spending 150 G's on equipment and then like spending, it's like spending time to figure it out and then like not having traction at the beginning. You guys have some balls. You guys have some balls. I
mean, there's been so many times I just wanted to throw the towel in. Just thinking like, what the hell did we get ourselves into?
Did you get inspired by this guy, Red Line Steel?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I love seeing, because like he got into, there was a time where he was like this is where I came across him. He was massively behind, like very, very like backed up. I think it was, like 50.
Oh, I've read some bad reviews.
Yeah. So about 50, 60,000 orders behind or something during Christmas time. So it was just a lot of bad feedback and bad customers. And obviously like they're a good company, and it's like, it just happens. And like, we've gotten behind too already. But so I saw that and I was like, damn, like there's a huge market in this. There's a huge gap. And I see the vision for this business, like for our business right now. So I just jumped in it. I really didn't think about it. Just saw that there was a gap, there was an opening, and wanted to jump in it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And do you guys
they're definitely a big inspiration for sure.
That's awesome. You guys have like entrepreneurial parents, like, or you had some like?
No, my dad works for Disney. My mom works for us now. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So where did you get that like initial, inspiration from, like to do the business to build that?
I mean, I like I said, I started making those quarters like just for fun. Like I didn't really have any plans to start a business. I was just making those bracelets for fun. And then I made an Instagram page, and this was years ago. And then I just started, growing a little following. I had maybe like 200 followers. And I remember someone PayPal'd me like $20 to ship to them to California. And I remember exactly what happened. It was so cool. And like, I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever done. Like I just made $20, and yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was cool.
That's awesome. And so the in particular, like the margins with stuff like this, like with handmade, are pretty good.
Very good. Yeah. Super good. So we'll for our average prices, like, we'll do promos and our margins will decrease quite a bit, but that just gets us, hundreds of thousands of customers. But on a, just a normal product, where like all of our products are priced at, so for like a 15-inch size or, 15-inch size, we'll sell for about $65. That'll cost us about anywhere from like $3 to $4 to make. And then
that's including like labor.
I mean, that's the thing. Like the laser does all the work, and that's
Oh,
You know, so
wow.
the laser cuts everything. And then, I mean, powder coating is super quick. So, I mean, maybe with
Because
labor, an
I thought
extra
it's like
dollar or
something
two,
like
but
one person like kind of like putting this or moving from here, and it's like, but it's like just they put it
yeah,
like
I mean, yeah. So the laser will cut, you know, dozens of products at once. And then you switch the sheet, takes about 5 minutes, throw on the next print, press start, and it cuts it
how,
all for you.
so how come these guys would have been like so behind in their orders? They didn't have the equipment.
He has 6 lasers. Like, I don't understand. It has to be just massive scale. And he's posted screenshots. Like, he's doing, like, I mean, like 3 to 5 million a month. And it's, you know, it's just that sheer volume that I think, I don't know. I don't know why they scale so high. It's just, he wants to be just the top of the top and not have any competitors whatsoever. And he's there. Like, he's definitely there. I just, like, I'm always very curious how they actually get so far behind. Cause, you know, it's, I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, so you manufacture those, then you have your own like shipping and packing facility, like you just ship and pack and just send it
Yeah.
to.
It's all under one roof. Yep. It's all under one roof.
Wow, this is awesome. So 400, 500 orders per day. How many orders can you currently do?
Right now we're just sticking at about 150 orders a day. So that's about, I mean, that's about maybe 300 pieces per day, right about there, maybe 350 pieces per day. And we're on about a 5 to 7 day lead time. So, I mean, because you can't pre-make a custom order. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you can
So
only
if you're
make, yeah.
like, hey, I want like Alex on it, right? Like, so that's what you do?
Right. Yep.
Okay, so there is still like, because you mentioned that the laser cuts it like automatically, but then
Mhm.
there's still this manual part of the thing that needs to be like manual, like you may need to
Yeah.
manually
So
leather.
we just have a very simple Upwork hire that he gets a list of every single custom order per day,
Uh-huh.
and he'll just send us a nested file of, you know, the custom orders, and that gets sent right to the laser. So it's a very quick process. Like, it's not difficult, but it, you know, we can't just print, you know, we can't print 300 orders and prepare for tomorrow, if that makes sense. Like, we have to wait for the order. It's all made to order. And not every single product we sell, but like the you know, the products with the best margins, that is made to order, just because, you know, that custom feature adds a lot to the price.
That's so
And it's
impressive, man.
different. Like, I mean, you probably haven't seen too much like that out there, you know?
No, I mean I
Like,
know like I mean, but canvases go like standard. One of our students as well, like he does something, but he does it on wood or something. Like
yeah,
also kind of like fulfills directly from the factory.
right.
Wow,
Mhm.
this is so impressive, man. Do you specialize like in a certain niche, or you just like decide like whatever's like selling, we just jump on it?
Yeah, I mean, the products we're pushing now are pretty broad, so it's just easy to target. It's super easy to target. Like, we'll do some fairly niche items sometimes, and just target specific interest for
Uh-huh.
that sort of custom design, and that works well. But I mean, just the very broad products, like that works the best.
What's
Yeah.
your like feedback score typically?
Well, we were at about a 4.5. It has dropped a little bit. It's at about a 3.5 now.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's just shipping time. Like, our shipping time was a little bit rough around Christmas time,
Uh-huh.
just because you know, it's all just the process. It's, you know, we're still figuring out faster and faster processes, and trying to nail down that. And like I said, we have more equipment coming, so we're preparing, but it fluctuates around about 3.5 to 4, 4.5. Our highest was about 4.5, and we maintained that for a while. But around Christmas, it did drop a little bit.
Do you send like emails? They have some backend currently?
Uh, just for, what do you mean?
Yeah, so like emails, you send emails to your customers. Hey, we have some new products, something
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Uh, Not too much. We just started doing that. So I've never really been big on email, and I know I was missing out on a whole bunch. We'll always
Uh,
have like an abandoned cart sequence set up, and stuff like that, and like a thank you sequence. But as far as like campaigns for new products, stuff like that, we really haven't done that. But we have started in the past, and it's getting there. Like, we're figuring out what's converting the best.
so what is you typically when you send an email, like do you get sales from it? Like do people buy again?
Yeah, maybe like 1,000, $1,500 per email that we send out. Like, it's nothing crazy, but yeah,
So
yeah,
in terms of your like you manage all of the ads by yourself.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And your brother, like he helps you with some other stuff?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, he's, we just kind of do everything together. I do more of the ads. Like I just been running ads for every single business we ran. Like I always just do the ads, but he's, everything else with me for sure.
In terms of the, like, do you use any other platforms at the moment, like Google or?
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Yes, you will absolutely destroy it.
Yeah.
Because, once you start like getting like better grasp on the
Mm-hmm.
on the product, like testing and validation. And
Mm-hmm.
so was this, like, let's say, was new product, like typically when you launch the product, just works from day one, or it's like there's some learning curve?
Typically, yeah, like that is what happens. And then just like before I reached out to you guys, like we were testing just day after day after day, just testing new stuff or not testing the same stuff over and over again. And that just was not working. Like we just, like I said, it was that outside perspective. We just needed, like, I mean, you guys having, looking into our ads and our business, like that's just all we needed to, it was just that one thing that was recommended, and that just switched everything. So it was,
So great to hear that,
yeah,
man. Great to
it was
hear.
just, I mean, we were just spending way too long on one product, on one category of products. And yeah, that just one day to another was, I mean, a drastic difference. Very, very big difference. So
How do you plan to expand from here? Like, do you plan to have like a refined product testing process, like test more products, like boom, 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 or?
yeah, I mean, it's, again, like it sucks that it's all handmade. Like it sucks that we do have a cap to how much we can make per day. I mean, I can only be here for like, 16 hours a day until I'm just exhausted. So it's tough. And like the laser can physically only do so much in 24 hours,
Okay.
like we can't make it go any faster. It's had its max speed, max power. Right now, it's just more equipment. How much equipment can we buy?
So you have one laser, right? Or you have two? One, right?
We,
And
we
you
have one
get,
laser. We have one more coming next month.
and the red line still, like, they have six, or they have bigger ones?
I think they have 9, and those
Nine.
are about 4 times as powerful as ours.
9. So they basically have 36 times like more capacity or something.
So, I mean, and that's just lasers. Like he has full automatic powder coating. So like the process is crazy. It's very, very impressive what they've done. Like crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I think they've been around for about 5 or 6 years now, but the rate that they expanded was crazy.
For example, with like team members, like management, like how do you tackle that? Like, is that like one of the challenges for you, or?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's very tough to find employees. Very tough to find employees. Like right now, it's just some friends that are helping out.
People don't want to do like physical work, like,
Well,
because.
I mean, I honestly don't know really where to look. Like, like I don't like, I mean, I've posted on my social, I don't know how many times it's people looking for jobs, and it's,
Friend of mine, like he's running this like job site, and like people are not looking for jobs now.
I
So,
know.
like,
Yeah. It's
maybe because like the government gives away money or something,
yeah,
right? Like, I don't
exactly.
know.
Yeah.
It's like no one wants to work. Like on
Mhm.
Amazon as well, like, you order, like we ordered something for the delivery, let's say today, the fastest we can get it would be like on Saturday, maybe.
Yeah. No,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
no one is, I guess no one wants to like to do that, like work
Right.
if government gives money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's wow. So that's one of these kind of like things that would, like one of I mean, there are like good things about this business model, like, and there are bad things, like about anything else, right?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, 100%. Like there's a lot of plus sides and a lot of downsides.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this was just, drop shipped and we could, like if every order was sent out in a couple of days and, we could scale as high as possible, I bet we could be doing, probably $500,000 to $750,000 a month, like no problem.
Yeah.
With super good margins. It's just, that's going to take quite a while. And I mean, a lot of money and all upfront expenses to get the equipment and the just everything to be able to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a journey for sure. It's definitely a journey, but I mean, I just see so much potential in what we're doing. So I think it's worth it to me to do
Any
all
other
that.
companies that you've seen are blowing up as well in the same market?
Yeah, definitely. A lot more than I thought, because Yeah.
It's
And
like
that
we always underestimate the competition.
100%. Like it, I mean, it was well underestimated. Like I thought it was kind of just Redline, and no, it was a lot more than just Redline. There's probably, I would say there's about maybe three big guys push some volume. But I mean, Redline, I think they've had about 1.7 million orders. So it's a lot.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah,
but if you think about it, right, it's like United States population is 300 mil, right?
exactly. So it's, and I mean, a lot of his are repeat customers. So I would say maybe 1 million customers that they've had, which again, like that's a lot of customers, but I think there's a lot of room in this market, a lot of room in this market. And like, I mean, so it's like maybe another company, I think they've had about 100,000 orders. And like, I mean, they sell minimum order quantity for them is $100. So that's about 10 million, I think. But yeah, so it's, there's a lot of room. There's definitely a lot of room. So that, like, seeing Redline have that many orders, and they're by far top dog, like by far top competitor. I think there's a lot of room for sure.
Wow, man, that's so impressive that you guys have taken that risk and building something that is sustainable. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're probably looking at about 50,000-60,000 profit this month.
That's pretty good.
And
so
yeah,
you just put it back into the equipment, just like, right? Like, or
yeah, I mean, yeah, like we'll just stack that.
I mean, the Redline guy, I mean, he's buying Ferrari now, or not, the Ferrari is like on this stage,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, he's been buying. He had a lot of money before. Like he was like a model or something before. So like he definitely, like I would assume quite a bit of cash beforehand. So he kind of jumpstart and get. I mean, we got a fairly cheap laser to start with. It was about 100, 110, but compared to what's out there, there's $1-2 million lasers.
Holy shit!
Yes, and
How big
that's
are
like,
those? Are those like fucking like
massive, like buses, like massive. They're huge. So I mean, ours is big. Like it's about maybe 12 feet by 7 feet. So it's a pretty big machine, and yeah. So it's we just gotta keep adding onto it.
Wow, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So interesting to observe.
Yeah, I mean it's probably pretty, like, it's fairly different than what like a lot is out there. Like, I mean, I follow a lot of people, and it's I don't know, it's just seemed pretty different. That's what just keeps us going. It's different, and it's tough. Like I like seeing new competitors. I want to see like how they do, because I know how absolutely difficult this is to get started, without any prior knowledge. So it's pretty cool.
How did you learn those lasers? You just like Google it, man, like YouTube?
Well, so the company we bought it for, they're in Sanford, Florida. So when you order it, I mean, this was in like when we first started, when we bought everything and moved into the new office, like that's just when COVID hit. So it was worst timing possible, like absolute worst. I just would never wish that upon anyone. Like what we went through, it was awful. But so we got the laser, and we had to wait about a month of it just sitting there until the techs could come out and install it and train us. It was about a 2 to 3 day training process to show us how to use it, like actually just set it up and use it. And then just all the process after that, that's what was the hardest. But so yeah, so they have techs come down and show you how to do it.
So the people that you look for, right? Like to kind of to expand this production, do they need to have like some skills, like, or they can just be like, no?
No, it can be anyone. I mean, we can train anyone. Like we have like all of the people that are working for us now, like zero knowledge of anything, any laser related stuff. It can all be trained. Like, I mean, for like designing and stuff like that, you do need you need to be artistically talented to design products and stuff like that, and have a basic understanding of like, Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, that kind of stuff. But as far as like, equipment management, stuff like that, it's easy to train for sure.
And then, so who's making the drawings? Who's figuring out like new products that you guys will sell?
We'll just do Upwork hires. It's all on Upwork. So we have some dude from Switzerland he'll just make a bunch of designs. If we have an idea, we'll send it to him. He'll sketch it out, and you just a bunch of revisions back and forth. And then
how much it takes? How much time it takes to refine like one design?
So we just got a new design now. We may start pushing it. I don't know if we can keep up with it. That took about maybe 4 or 5 days, and it could have been quicker, but the time zone was off. It was just like I'd wake up and have to tell a bunch of stuff to do, and like it was yeah, it probably could have been about 2 or 3 days quicker, but it was about 4 to 5 days.
There's when you can get it like to half a day, 1 day eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that would like, I mean, that's one of those like things, right? That like the faster you can do, the more products you can, but
Exactly.
that's interesting because this business is more like complex, right? Than most, like, as you said, it's it's not some drop shipping, just like have a product, like launch it, like
Right.
works or not, like.
Right.
That's awesome, guys. So, yeah, man, I mean, very, very interesting, insights, totally different, business. But, I know you guys will absolutely fucking destroying it, and, like everything that it's probably like, it's very impressive what you've done so far, And so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at 8-figure level pretty soon.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe within the next year or two, we can get there.
And so you will have to expand the manufacturing. You have to, like, it's many different parts that would need to be expanded for that, right?
Yeah, it's not just increasing some budgets on ads and new
campaigns.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it was that easy. If it was that easy, I feel like we'd be there by now. Yeah, it's a lot more than that, but like I said, it's just one big journey for sure.
Awesome stuff, man. Cool. I'll connect you with Eric, right? So you guys can connect.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because he's in that area, and their production like massive. So maybe you get some insights on how they run stuff.
That'd be very cool.
And hire people as well, right? Because during the holidays, they had like 100 people, I guess, 200 people. So hire someone. So maybe get some insights. Well, man, thank you so much for.
Thank you very much. No, I really appreciate it.
So out of 16 hours, like now you only have like 15 hours to work.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.
Thanks.